we've been asked to, what we've been asked to do is, I sat with the group, a Board of Health member and a planning board member that helped finalize the marijuana bylaw, which is map, I'll show you what it is. And they've asked, the Board of Health voted in favor of it, 2-1, and the planning board, I guess, is voting in favor of it, I think 100%, but I'm not positive. They have asked our board to consider it also. So what we did was, we confined the zones down. The end by the Framingham Town line is one area, and then the other area comes up into the west end of town, up into 495 and, down to, leave that there, down to Route 85. I'm going to get up and show you the zones. This is the area over here, and this is the 500-foot residential buffer zone. This is the lines, and these are the business industrial zones that we live in. So this is the area basically, it's here and in here where it's going to be allowed to go.
Where is 85?
Right here.
So this is then running Route 9, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on,
So you're saying it's on either end of Route 9 towards that? This one right there.
okay, it's on Route 9, east and westbound. There's a little bit on the eastbound end of it towards Bill's Package Store in that area, and then it's up in this area, up in here. So,
The other business zone along Route 9 is to the left and right of Route 85. Is the purplish area or pink area to the right of 85 before you get to...
right, no, there's a issue because there's some daycares in here
Okay.
and stuff, so that, there's a daycare up in here, and school, residential, so that's why we've got it confined down as tight as we have it. Put your mic on.
The question would be is, if at some point a facility is put in either one of those locations, so does that mean somebody who wants to put a daycare in that area can't do it? Or
Put a what?
Or have a ball field? In other words,
From what I understand, once the facility is put in,
right,
then that is in that area. So, and if, say, somebody comes along now and wants to put a daycare in there,
right,
then that would eliminate us. It's kind of conflicting in how it really works, but it's the way it's been done everywhere else.
right. So I'm just trying to figure, if the marijuana was in there, so it would probably restrict
Who else
the
would
other,
win?
the other use.
I'm going to say, I think, yes. I'm not want to be guaranteed I'm 100%
Sure.
perfect, but I want to say I think so.
Okay.
So what we've been asked to do is to support this.
Okay.
And we set a group up, which was the Board of Health and the Planning Board, Dr. Fajan, Paul Semino, and myself, and we sort of got this put together. Then we took it back, and what we're trying to do is get our boards to support it. So when it goes to town meeting this time, it's got full support of all the boards. When this is approved, then we have to make some zoning bylaws, which Jennifer and I, the town planner, have been working on this. There's a lot of state regs that we have to follow, and we just have, it's gonna take a long time to fiddle in the different details we might wanna do as a town. But that'll be our process, because this will come in front of us for a special permit.
Who voted against it on the?
I
Board of
do
Health?
not know.
Okay.
I don't know who was on the Board of Health that voted against it. So, I apologize that I didn't do this on Wednesday night, and I appreciate it that the board would consider going along with what was agreed, and we got a motion and a vote in favor of it, and we're done.
Okay.
Did you want to go through any of this stuff, Lee, or
What's that?
the actual article, or do you want to?
Well, I mean, I
It
would
speaks
hope
for
that
itself.
everybody has read it. I mean, if there's anything you want to bring up, Eddie, you can. I don't know if everybody's read the article or not, but I mean, it's just, people have to understand that if we don't pass this article, that means somebody can come in and put marijuana in your backyard.
Any
And we have
place.
no, we have no control over it,
Right.
you know? So this is a major reason to begin the first step of this, so that if somebody does come along, then the town can control
Totally,
it.
right.
You know, and as
'Cause it's
time
gonna
goes
happen
on,
either way.
as time goes on, it might have to get changed, cultivated, or, and I mean, there's already discussion in the state of Massachusetts to make this legal recreational drug, so who knows what's gonna happen down the road, but this is the first phase of it.
No,
We're not even on the list, as far as I know, for Southborough. No one has put in an application.
Not that I know of, not from the last meeting, session, I don't know of any that we are.
So I agree it's a good idea to regulate it like this, but I am confused with your question, Ed, is if something is in there, then there's certain uses and you'll never be able to use again in that area because...
no, I think what happens is that they've designated it, the existing uses that are in place, those are off limits. But my question would be is that if, say, they did put a marijuana dispensary in, and then somebody wants to put a daycare in the area, I guess they can't? I don't
Right,
know.
that's
That,
what
I
I'm...
honestly,
Yeah.
I apologize, I
There's probably a
can't,
lot of uses then you're not allowed to do within a certain...
Exactly.
can't answer, that'd be a
Yeah.
question that,
Yeah.
you know, you can publicly ask at
Yeah,
town meeting.
Okay.
And this is...
Or you can talk
And this
to-
is for future dispensaries as well as the growing of it too, isn't it?
Yes.
For the, whatever the farms, the
The
facilities are
dispensary,
gonna...
yes.
Yeah, it all has to be together, it all has to be autonomous, both the growing, dispensing, and also getting rid of any excess.
Right.
It all has to be within the same facility, so you're only really looking at facilities that are basically warehouses are the only ones that make any economic sense.
Because all the growing has to be indoors, correct? There's no outdoor...
Yes.
Yes, as far as,
Aren't there supposed to be extra security as well?
yeah,
put in place?
the state regulation list is huge, and there's so much of it. And the first phase of this is to get it for an area that we can get something approved so we can control it. And then the next phase would be to come up with some regulations, but the state regulations are huge. They really are. I mean, they have regulations on lighting and no bushes near doorways,
Yeah.
and because of smoking near the areas and all kinds of stuff like that. And the thing about it is there may be some issues that the town may want to add to it after we get through this phase. The ZBA board will be the ones to put those together. Any further discussion? Can I get a motion?
Yes, motion to approve this as presented,
Motion to support.
to support it as presented there.
Okay,
Second.
second. One discussion is I mean, I hope I've explained it all as 2 years, so you all understand what it is. And if there's any other issues that come up, and you can talk to the town planner, or it can come up at the, town meeting and ask too. All right? All in favor, say that thing aye.
Aye.
I apologize again that we had to do this tonight, but I was asked to do this because we didn't. And, I get a motion to close the meeting?
Motion to close.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's it. We're done.
I know.